to Drink, and I'm here with my girl Simone.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Simone, aka Miss Big Energy, and I am so blessed to be here with you today, girl. And y'all, what do? I get people drunk, okay? So I'm one of the CEOs and founders of the most fabulous, fun, and lit mobile bar out here in Las Vegas called Botellas, Botellas, aka BTB for short. So if you need some drinks at your event, some fun drinks at your event, we got your back. And I also host events, I do public speaking, I do content, and really just anything that I can bring the energy to.
Numero UNO, me and Drizzy like the Super Bowl, man, then the biggest of.
Are you tired of boring basic drinks at your event? Hire Botellas mobile bar for your bartending event.
Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just Super Bowl.
Woman owned, veteran owned. We'll see you at your next event.
Versus back to me and they be terrible.
I know that's right.
Okay.
So Simone, tell us about you. Who is Simone?
Ooh, who is Simone? Well, I would say number one of the biggest things that people always compliment me on is my energy and my spirit.
You are very positive.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
you
you
are.
so much. And I haven't always been like that.
Okay.
But recently, probably the last few years, I really had this shift of like, life is really what you want it to be. So you know that song, Life's What You Make It? Like that's the type of vibe that I'm on. Why can't life, although stuff gets thrown at you, why can't life always be lit from your perspective, right? It's not about what happens to you. It's all about how you react to it. So
True.
I always try to bring big energy and big vibes wherever I go. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. I'm 24 years old, about to be 25. Taurus season, Taurus gang, okay? May 17th, I'm super excited. I feel like I'm getting old. I'm like halfway to 30, girl. But we here. We here.
Okay,
Okay?
we make it do that.
Amen.
We look good for our age,
We
too.
do, girl. You know black don't crack.
Okay. What got you into wanting to be a mobile bartender?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say, well, my background is hospitality. And so I went to school for hospitality. A lot of people don't know it's not the hospital, but it really just covers like Vegas is hospitality. So food and beverage, hotel, events, that's hospitality.
Okay.
And so I tried the hotel thing out, hated it. And I tried, being a manager for a restaurant. I also hated that.
Yeah.
I feel like it was an excuse to put you on a salary and have you slaving on the clock.
Yeah.
But I always loved food and beverage and the creativity behind it.
Yeah.
So long story short, now we have this amazing mobile bar. And one of the things that I love about it is, believe it or not, girl, I used to be shy.
Okay.
I used to be shy and terrified to talk to people. Like I would be shaking in my boots if I had to talk to somebody new. And so where's the safe haven when people go to events by themselves? It's the bar, right? And so I was like, how can I shift this experience for people? Because people are going to the bar because they're at an event where they don't know anyone. They still texting on their phone. They're still feeling awkward, not knowing what to do. And I can speak from experience because that was me, right? And so I'm like, how can we shake up this experience? So with our bar, we're like, how can we bring high energy bartenders? How can we bring unique drinks that make people want to talk to you, right? And just really shifting the experience so that people, even if you show up to an event by yourself, BTB's in the building. We got your back and we gonna have you feeling good at that event, no matter how many people you coming with.
When you talk about your business, what is the goal for that exactly?
I like that. I would say one of the big visions really is to open up this conversation about social anxiety. And what's so interesting about that, people are like, alcohol is social anxiety. How did the two even? But the thing with that is it's coming from someone who had social anxiety. It's not always about the liquor, although we call it what? Liquor, liquid courage, right? It's not always about the liquid courage, but it's also about how can we talk about how to not only just have the alcohol have you feeling good, but how can our bartenders make you feel good? How can we really craft an experience to where even if you came by yourself, you feel like you the baddest bitch in the room, the baddest dude in the room. You can walk around and talk to anybody, and not just because you're sipping liquor. Our goal is, even if you're sipping a mocktail with no liquor, that we have you feeling so good, whether that's telling you an affirmation while you're getting your drink. Gone are the days where these bartenders are just like, here's your check. We're trying to break that stigma. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the big visions, is to open up this conversation about social anxiety and how to navigate these different spaces and not just rely on liquor. So that's one of the big goals. another big goal would definitely be just to bring unique and dope drinks to the game. Like, I'm no hate on the classics, but I'm tired of the old fashioned. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like the basic old fashions, the margaritas, those are great. Those have their time and their place, but we want to bring dope ass themed drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And really want to be known for it. If you need some cool drinks at your event with some unique garnishes, where you go to. So those are definitely a couple of big visions that I have for our bar for sure.
Okay. That's great. And I actually like that you used this, you flipped it, you know? And knowing like once you flipped it, you ate it something that a lot of people enjoy. Everybody likes to drink.
Okay.
Even for those who don't, it still gives them the opportunity to still mingle.
Facts.
So I like that. The idea is great.
Thank you.
I really love the vision and I can see it. And you know, I'm here and that's why I'm glad to see another black entrepreneur woman, you know, standing on business.
Okay, 10 toes.
Yes. Being that you're this black entrepreneur woman that you are and you're great at it,
Thank you.
what trials and tribulations did you have to go through to get to this level?
Girl, so many trials and tribulations. I would say, number one, figuring out what the hell I wanted to do.
Okay.
You know, because I'm sure, I don't know if you've experienced this as well, but you know, as entrepreneurs, there's always a new shiny penny. There's always a new quick way to make money.
Yes.
There's always a new make some passive income, like, which is great, right? We love having abundance of ways to make money. But also with the lack of clarity, with the lack of understanding, comes procrastination, right? Comes this, I would always get in this space of, oh my gosh, there's 10 different ways to make $1 million. Which way am I going to go?
Yeah.
And I would get distracted and not know what I wanted to focus on. So that was definitely one of the big obstacles for me. Money, resources, right? I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs can, you know, relate to that. Especially, they make it so hard to start a business now, right? Legally, which is crazy. They say they want your business to be legal, but they put all these roadblocks, right?
Yes.
You have to have this amount of money to start. You need to buy this license. That's what we're working through right now for this liquor business. So those are some of the biggest things, but and another one, really having imposter syndrome.
Okay.
Right? Like, and I mean, for those who may or may not believe in God, I personally believe in God. I'm a proud believer in God because He done got me through some things that,
I know that's right.
you know what I'm saying? But definitely having imposter syndrome and being like, can I do this? Can I make $1 million? Can I make 6 figures? Am I meant to work a job for the rest of my life? But always having to remember and align myself with, okay, God gave me this idea. God gave you this idea for a reason, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? There's a reason why you have this idea to have this huge lip gloss business and somebody else is like, what the hell? Or you have this idea to have a food truck and people are like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right? There's a reason. And so those are definitely 3 big obstacles that I've had to face that I've even worked through sometimes to this day, but it's worth it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That moment. But I just say, like she said, you know, you got to have faith in what it is that you're trying to do and what you want to do and try to stick to it because we're not going to get it done right away. And it's not going to happen just as fast as we think. And that's why it takes times and moments where we be, you know, it take 3 months, 6 months, and you know, but I'm just, my pace, it's my time. So Simone, tell me, where did your support system come from? Like, who was there to support you on this journey, or did you even have support?
Oh yeah, shout out to my supporters. I love my support system real bad. Definitely my parents for sure. My parents, my grandparents. Every time I see them, it's like, what's going on, Simone? Like, how's your business going? I would definitely say my best friend Ayali. She's also a business owner, has a very successful career in solar and has a business in solar. So she's definitely a huge support system as well. Okay.
Yes, that's great. So knowing that you had these people to help you and support you, did that make the journey easier for you?
Oh yeah, definitely 1,000,000%. Because a lot of entrepreneurship, as you know, is a mind game. It really is. Like, you're always going to have people, whether they're hating, whether they just truly don't believe in you, there's always going to be somebody there to pour some type of negativity. Like, it can even be yourself at times, right? When you're sitting with your thoughts and things. But the support system has been so critical, just always rooting me on and reminding me that no matter what I go through, we still make it happen.
Yeah. So that's good to know that you had, you know, your parents and your grandparents to really help you on this journey, because like you said, a lot of people don't have that support. So knowing that you had it, I'm happy to know that you have those people to stand with you.
And also my man too.
Okay.
Yeah, my man. Thank you to my man. and my man, yeah, he
I know
does
that's
make me
right.
cry too many times,
Yeah.
girl. So yeah, I want to throw that in there as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
So tell us, how has it been when those times knowing like it's not sunny and bright,
Right.
it's actually cloudy and rainy? Like, how was that?
Ooh, that's a good question. I love me a good podcast.
Okay.
I love me a good podcast. You know, listening to people who are the greats. You know, I don't know if you're familiar with like Pinky Cole and Donnie Wiggins and you know, all those different people in the Black space as entrepreneurs who are, you know, I just love listening to podcasts. It's definitely one way that I pour into myself. Number one, I pray. I pray.
Yes,
I pray real bad. I love it. Just gives you that source of strength that you can't get from nowhere else.
Yes.
So definitely prayer and talking shit to myself, reminding myself like I am that bitch, I am that girl, and I'm here for a reason. I woke up another day for a reason, right? Because I truly believe that every day you wake up is just another sign from God that you have more purpose and you have more lives to impact. So those are definitely the key things for sure.
Yes, Simone. That's because no, for real, like people have to understand, like even in times when you feel like it's hard, and a lot of people don't like to talk to people because people run their mouth.
Oh, really?
Regardless if you think this your sister, this your closest friend, people run their mouth, and praying is the motto. You know, that's what it is. Everybody needs to learn how to. You take your time and just pray and think about it, and it don't come to you quick as fast as you want it to as a response from somebody there, but it gives you that relief.
Amen. I feel like a lot of people don't realize too, like, and maybe a lot of people don't pray because they feel like they're trying to listen for a voice and they're not hearing the voice. I mean, I know people have different relationships with whoever they believe the higher power is, but I feel like too, it doesn't always come in the form of a voice. It doesn't always come in a pretty package right at your door, that answer that you thought it was going to be. It could come in the form of a person, you know, that's meant to speak into your life. It could come in the form of an opportunity, a door that's open. Like, I really truly believe you just have to open your eyes, because a lot of times, and like you said, it may not be right away, right? That answer may not come today, tomorrow, or even in a month. And it also may not come in the way that you think. But if you just keep your eyes open and really just sit back and take a second to be grateful, I really feel like you'll realize, like, there's been so many aha moments that I've had where I'm just like, oh, snap, like that. Like, God, you did that. Like, that person, like, I didn't think I was ready for that opportunity, but it came. Or this person I never thought I would meet in a million years, they were aligned in my path. Like, so it comes in different shapes and forms. But I think also keeping that in mind, I think is definitely really, really important.
If you can go back in time and see Simone, what would you tell Simone?
What would I tell Simone? I would definitely say, which is just something I'm still working on, I still have to remind myself every damn day, but living life with no regrets. And I know it sounds so cheesy, but if you just think about how, like, if there was no such thing as embarrassment, if there was no such thing as fear or anything, what the hell would you go out there and do in this life? How many opportunities would you take if you weren't scared, right? And of course, fear is there obviously for a reason, to some extent, to where we don't jump in the middle of the road where there's 10 cars running by. Like, I get that. But, like, I would just tell her, don't be so damn scared. Like, these people I was trying to impress back in the day or trying to be too cool for, I don't even talk to them. It happened when I looked at on Facebook. They're not even doing shit that I care about. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely one of the biggest things, is to, and I know it's easier said than done. It's so easy to say, yep, I'm not scared, I don't give a shit. And a lot of times it's not till we're 60 years old that we truly don't give a shit. But that is definitely something I would tell the old Simone is, don't be so scared and don't care as much. Right? That, and also just like remembering to always be grateful, to always talk to everyone, because you never know who can take you to the next opportunity, or even more than that, who you can impact with what you're doing, right? So those are definitely a couple of things that I would tell Simone for sure.
So I'm happy to know that, even though you know what to tell yourself and to know, so that's also what you're telling yourself then, and this is what you're telling yourself now.
For every day.
So you, like you said, I always ask people that question so they're aware of what they're trying to tell themselves, but it's something that they need to represent now in the form too. So, and I wanted to know, what advice do you have for us?
I would definitely say, take action. There have been 1,000,001 ideas that I've had that if I would have taken action on them, who knows where I would be, right? And I truly feel like you have an idea. of like, you know, that those moments where you just get so excited about an idea, no matter how stupid someone may think it sounds, you like, no, like something in me is telling me like this is going to work, or this is it, or this is something I should pursue. But a lot of times we just toss it to the side like, oh, that was an idea, okay, and we move on. But definitely take action, because you never know where something could, you know, land you. And always be your truly authentic self. Because the world would be so boring if everybody was the same. The world would be so boring if everybody tried to act like the Grant Cardones or whoever your inspiration is. I know I was such a random person, but whoever your inspiration is, the world would be so boring if everybody was like that person. So truly be your authentic self, no matter who you think is watching, because someone, like you just said, someone is always inspired by some part of someone. So if somebody thinks you're too crazy, thinks you're too wild, thinks you're too whatever, somebody's looking at you like, damn, I wish I was as blank as that person. Yeah, so I would definitely say those things, and yeah, just live your best life. I don't know, man, just live your best life, no matter what nobody else say. Just do what you feel is right.
I know that's right, girl. Like, how do you cope with everything? How is that?
Girl, I'm still trying to find that answer myself. I will say, and a lot of times I've even be talking to like my family, my friends, and my man, and I'm just like, why did I say yes to that? Like, why did I commit myself to that? And not because I didn't want to, but just because there's only so much time in a day. And of course, being on your business and doing all these things and sacrificing things and sacrificing sleep to some extent is important, obviously. And I truly feel like there's truly no such thing as balance, especially when you're an up-and-coming entrepreneur, right? Because there's always going to be something going on. But I feel like sometimes I overcommit myself, because I'm like, I've always been the type of girl to do 1,000,001 things. Even when I was in school, I was class president. I was doing this, I was doing that. I just love being busy. I hate just being still, because when I get still, I get in my thoughts. And when I get in my thoughts, that's not always good, right? So I don't know if I have a good answer for that. I just feel like try your best to not overcommit. Right? Don't always feel obligated to say yes to something because you feel like it would appease somebody else, or you feel like it's what somebody else wants to hear. Of course, you got to find that fine line between, is it because you're feeling lazy and you know you should do it, or is it just, it doesn't deserve your time and your energy, like you don't need to be there in that place right now. Right? So I think that's something that you have to ask yourself, which is something I still have to ask myself. So honestly, I don't know if I have a good answer for that, but
it's okay.
Yeah, just try not to overcommit yourself and put yourself first. Period. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no.
And don't double think yourself, because you answered the question.
Okay.
You know, that's what you personally feel on. So don't question yourself on what you're saying, because like you said, everything you're saying is you're correct on that, because you're right. Don't. You know? And I think, you know, and I'm thankful for that, to know like everybody thinks different, have different an opinion on stuff, so we all can know. So girl, don't trust me. What you're saying is right. Hey y'all, it's your girl Drake, and this is Talks with Drake. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm here with my girl Simone.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Simone, aka Miss Big Energy. Such a blessing being here to talk to you today, girl. I loved it. It was great vibes, okay? Don't forget to give me a follow at Simone, SIMONE .says SAYZ, and also the business page for the mobile bar, Botellas, which is kind of long, but BOTELLAS, TRAS, Botellas again, and then LV. So Botellas, Botellas, LV on Instagram, and yeah, it's lit.